Hi everybody, Joe Rizzoli here. If you ever wonder why the immigration laws are not being enforced in your own city or town, look to Framingham, Massachusetts. In a recent discussion about image readers and plate readers for vehicles and cars, the police chief made a very interesting comment. Notice what he said.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the opposite direction. Let's say community A out there decides, you know what, illegal immigration is an issue and we want to ping for that. And they put in, we're looking for this license plate, and it happens to be one that ran through our system. I wouldn't want us.
Well, that's not what
assisting.
We don't police like that. So if I use random city of town wants to do immigration enforcement, it wouldn't factor into here, even if it came into the hot list, because we don't enforce immigration.
Okay, so let's discuss this little topic here. Unbeknownst to most people in the city of Framingham, the police have been using plate readers to check people's license plates. It's been on a trial basis, and the recent one now, as the police chief Baker comes before the Framingham City Council, he's discussing this 90-day trial and what's going to happen. Should we go further with having plate readers? There are 12 cameras at various spots around the whole city that record all the plates. And his beef is that if a car is pinged, in other words, a car that committed a crime or was seen robbing a bank or leaving a house robbery or something, and that plate was noted, that would be put into the system, and the police scanners now around the city would have the plate now for that car. Now, there's a lot of things that were brought up at this meeting that was very interesting that most people didn't catch. The police chief brought out that the car could be identified by other things on the car, like roof racks, the bumper, and all these other things. He didn't really go into any detail about, but there could be like a Trump sticker. There could be a sticker that says, give us our rights to have guns. There's a lot of things that are on the cars that could be tagged, but he's not telling you that could be brought up later if somebody wanted to see that and search for that and bring that car into a situation or a problem. But of course, he says now it's not going to happen because nobody's going to go into that and look into the car. Okay. Now, my issue dealing with this is the car itself. It's only the plate that's being discussed here. What happens if a person borrows another person's car, right? And they're just borrowing the car, and the plate gets pinged because it was in a robbery somewhere or somewhere else, some crime was committed. What happens is that the person gets pulled over. Are they blamed for the crime? How do you know who's driving the car? See, I don't understand this. The plate is pinged. What about the person? So, of course, the other concerns deals with the problem of illegal immigration, and what is criminality? The people that are driving these cars in Framingham, at least thousands of these people are here in violation of their visas. Does that have something to do with criminality? Is violating a visa, overstaying your visa, an act of criminality? If the person was pulled over and that plate was pinged, and the person behind the wheel, it was acknowledged that person was in the country unlawfully and illegally, what would happen to the person? Would he be arrested? Would the person's name now go into a file, and would that be sent to ICE? Would the car be towed? Because that person who now is driving the car that got pinged, there's a reason for it getting pinged, And plus, the person behind the wheel is unlawfully and illegally in the country. But notice what the police chief said in the video. He says, we don't enforce immigration. So we've got an issue here dealing with many things that really I don't think were really brought out. And the primary one is that they don't enforce immigration. Well, then who does? Who enforces city immigration? If these people are caught without licenses and that are here unlawfully and illegally, what happens to those people? Apparently in Framingham, nobody cares. Yet those people are violating federal immigration laws. And this is my issue. And something needs to be done about it. Because we've got in Framingham right now thousands of people here that are here unlawfully and illegally. They don't belong in the country. They are working here. The kids are being brought into the school systems every day, and it's not stopping. And we are paying for that. And above that, which they're not telling you about, is that we are in the process, and they're not talking about this. We probably need 2 new elementary schools because of this flow of illegal immigrant kids and their parents coming into Framingham, and nothing is being done about it. And the taxes and everything, I think in our taxes for the house, it's gone up 6%, and it keeps going up. And they just recently now say that the kids in the school system are going to get free breakfast and lunches. Why? Because the schools couldn't provide, in particularly the poor and in the majority of the Brazilian kids, free lunches. They couldn't just give the Brazilian kids free lunches. So they had to make, because it's discriminatory. So they have to do it for everybody now. But the schools don't tell you that. Oh, well, we got a and that's $300,000 coming where? Out of the taxpayer's pocket. So the fact that they haven't stopped the immigration coming here is the reason why $300,000 breakfast lunch policies is going into effect. And it's not stopping. It just keeps, every year the schools are going to be asking for more money because of this. You need to enforce the immigration laws in Framingham. You need to make it, the people that run these programs that keep bringing these people in here, like the people that are in the adult ESL program that are learning English, that I've been told, well, we got to teach them English. No, these people don't belong in the country. You are violating federal immigration laws when you aid and abet people in their stay in the United States of America. Providing English for people is helping them stay in America. Providing a school building, if you read the laws and the federal immigration laws, providing a building for that, for them to have meetings or Zoom meetings or whatever, is in violation of federal immigration law. So what are we? Are we a country of laws, or are we a country of just come on in and do what you want? Apparently we are. Nobody is doing anything about the immigration. So we need to curb this and enforce the immigration laws. The police chief is totally wrong. He's going to say that's a federal problem. What happens if somebody robs a bank, right? Who do they bring in? They bring in the feds. The federal people come in, the FBI, anybody could come in and find out why was that bank robbed, who robbed it. Oh, we pinged the license plate. But when it comes to immigration, they don't want to bring in the federal government or enforce the laws. So I don't know. This needs to stop, and we need to have something done about it. Another thing is a lot of the people that are here illegally and lawfully are using license plates that don't belong in the same cars, and the cars are unregistered. So what happens when that car is pulled over? Obviously, the plate is possibly fake, or it belongs on another car. So what happens to the car that it was taken from? Who are the people that own the other car? Are they allowing that plate to be manipulated and used to be put on this car? What happens to the person who was caught doing that and putting that plate on the car? Is he arrested? Is the car towed? What happens? See, the police don't tell you any of this because they don't enforce the immigration laws. All right, over and out. Joe Rizzoli here.
I'm more concerned about the opposite direction. Let's say community A out there decides, you know what, illegal immigration's an issue and we want to ping for that. And they put in, we're looking for this license plate, and it happens to be one that ran through our system. I wouldn't want us
Well, that's not what
assisting
we don't police like that. So if I use random city or town wants to use to do immigration enforcement, it wouldn't factor into here even if it came into the hot list because we don't enforce immigration.
Okay.